Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, I surely appreciate you stopping in. If you're a return viewer and subscriber to the channel, I surely appreciate your support over the last several years. Guys, like I say, I always build these videos to help like-minded folks just like you and I get to the finish line, but get there quicker and more proficiently, right? So today, big day here in Kentucky. It's planting day. And something I always look forward to, especially it's kind of, to me, it kind of symbolizes deer season, right? Wait all year, try to time the rain right. It's about as daunting sometimes, right, as trying to get the wind and the weather right during hunting season. So come along with us, guys. Today we are very excited to be putting the new blend that we've got, that we've been working on for last several years. We are planting the whitetail driven summer south, because we're here in Kentucky, and boy, we're looking forward to it. So come along with us today, guys. Got the seeder ready. We're going to be doing some spraying and crimping after. We're going to get the seed sowed in and kick off 2023 food plot season. Come along with us, guys. So as you guys know, we are offering this seed blend right through John Comp with NorthWoods Whitetails up there in northern Michigan. And for this year, just something I wanted to touch on, we are actually, it's bagged separately, right? So it's 25 pounds of John's NorthWoods Whitetails soil builder together with our summer blend, right? So together they make the kit. So when you order them this year, they're going to be sold, you know, so 50 pounds per acre, you're going to get two 25-pound bags. That's how they come this year. Next year they're all going to be in one bag. So I just wanted to show you kind of what each look like and then what they look like mixed together. So this here, guys, is John's NorthWoods Whitetails summer, or their soil builder, I'm sorry. So this is John's soil builder. Everything in there that we want to get that, you know, that good biomass and that good organic matter that we are, you know, shooting for. I've got a video coming here, guys, shortly that we're going to talk about what this has done to my ground over the last several years. And to be honest with you, I'm still shocked on my organic matter percentages. So sorry about the sniffling here. My allergies are kicking my butt here, so dealing with dry seed floating around isn't making it any better. So I do apologize for sniffling in the background here, guys. But this is John's soil builder. So if you're getting this, you know, just from John without our blend in it, this is what you're going to have. But we surely appreciate, you know, the folks that are tying these two together. And next year, like I said, all going to be bagged in the same bag, but, you know, putting our summer blend and twist to it. So this is what it looks like. We're going to add our summer blend into it now, guys, and we're going to look like we're going to show you what the mixed kit looks like. So now we've got a good look here, guys, at our summer blend on top, and then we're going to mix it together here for you. So this is the summer blend that we are, you know, adding to John's soil builder. So you can see it does have the beans and everything else that we mixed in there, and it's, you know, so we've got all of the biomass from John's, and then we've got all of our summer product in here, our summer food that we're tying into it. Next year you're going to see all of this in the same bag, right? So as we mix this up now, you can see the form and the color start taking shape. Try to get all that soil builder from the bottom. So now finished product, guys. Try to get the sun right here. Finished product, this is what you got, all mixed together. So if nothing else, I don't think there's a prettier blend out there in the world, to be honest with you. I really like the way it looks. Obviously we love the way it performs too, or we wouldn't be selling it, right? But I mean, just the look of it. So all of your, you know, we got them sorghums, and we got all of our, you know, all of our both blends, John's builder and ours, all mixed together. And boy, sure looking forward to next couple months of watching all of it, you know, take germination and start, you know, giving you guys some updates of it from the field in process, you know, growing. But boy, what a beautiful looking batch of seed, right? So let's go get it in the field here. So here we are in plot number 1, and what I wanted to go over with you guys before we start seeding here. You've heard me talk that I'm building this, soil conditioner, I guess you could call it, right? Aerator, seeder, crimper, all in one, and it did not get completed. So we are doing this on our summer planting here, our spring planting, with our summer blends. We are doing this the old way that I've been doing it for years. So we're going to seed into this standing last year's residual crop from last year, our rye and our wheat and our whatever, the brassicas and everything is, that was planted last year. We're gonna broadcast this into it, and then we come back and crimp, and then we're gonna do an application if we need to. So each plot's different, but if we're gonna put an application of glyphosate on the top. So what I wanted to show you is this. So even though this is what I do for a living, and this is what we promote, and this is what I've been building, things come up that it's not perfect. This year is one of those years, and I'm not going to hide this or sugarcoat this from you, and I'm going to tell you why this happened. So what I've got, guys, is my rye is nowhere near the height that it's been in the past, and it's definitely nowhere near what it was last year here in Kentucky. Last year, the videos, I'll show you clips. I mean, I was driving through with the side-by-side there, and it was, some of it was over the cab, kind of hard to broadcast, and to be completely honest with you. This year, Kentucky's had extreme drought, and I hope and I pray for everyone in the country. I hope that that's not a sign of what is to come for the rest of the summer. Droughts aren't good for the the side of building food plot strategies, right, or building solid food plot programs. But that's something that's out of our control. But I can honestly tell you guys, like I told you before, going back, I don't fret the droughts near as much as I used to when I was tilling, because of that reason. I have such a thatch layer in my organic matter that I'm going to share with you in a separate video here, but it's going to floor you on what organic matter that I've built on this property. Now this is the third year, or going into the third year. So with that being said, guys, the drought had a lot to do with the difference in my standing rye. And what else happened is, I, just like a lot of other folks across the country, I got duped with bad seed last year. So I was not yet buying seed all in one from NorthWoods Whitetails, so don't tie that to that. I won't mention any names from where I got it, but it was local, just a local mill here in Kentucky. And so the learning thing is on that. Even though I looked at it and it looked clean as could be, my rye and my wheat, it wasn't. What happened, guys, is I've got way more of like a pasture look this year than a tall vegetation, that tall rye and wheat. Some of that was drought, like I said, some of that was bad seed. Here is the tip, guys. Do not, I repeat, do not buy or plant uncertified rye. Don't plant bin run rye. So with that being said, we don't have to worry about that if you're buying now that we're offering this right through NorthWoods Whitetails, because that rye that's in there obviously is good and you won't have that problem. But if you're piecing together and you're doing some testing and you have just rye plots or whatever the case is, or if it's not this blend and you just want to top dress come September, right, with rye, make sure you buy certified winter rye, not ryegrass. But do not buy that unless it's certified. I'm not saying go to the local mill and complain, because I could do that, because I planted this the same way as I planted my other couple farms here locally. Same response, very, very little rye. So what we're gonna do is, I went out here yesterday around the plots and kind of looked as a pregame prep, right, and the fescue and whatever else is growing in here, right, because I'm still in that building stage. But you'll see the plots that I actually ran the soil builder and our mix on last year, guys, they look way different than this one. This is one that I didn't have that mixed together, and I was just using separate bags here and there to try to piece it together, doing a bunch of testing. So with that being said, this will crimp. It's not the perfect product in the world, but a lot of people would look at this and panic and get the disc. Don't get the disc, because I'm going to show you what this looks like now I'm going to show you what it's going to look like after we crimp, and you're going to be shocked. So I'll show you now, guys. I'll flip you around, show you, and then we're going to get to seeding a 1/2 acre plot here out of 5. So you can see, guys, I mean, and there is rye in there, but you can see the flowers and stuff growing up in it, right? Nowhere near the height that we had last year. I mean, there's the side by side. You can tell that it's nowhere near the height that it was last year, and a lot of that's got to do with the drought. But this is what it looks like before. I've got my ran the disc here around a couple times to break up the sod and so we can plant the screening. So screening here, and then this is shot plot. So the shot plot's all screened in all the way around for that blind right there, and then this goes out in the food plot. So this whole front up through here is all screened. This whole face up through here is all screened, and this whole thing is into a plot. So just wanted to show you that, guys. Let's get to planting. So I'll show you here, guys. This is John's Seclusion 360 blend is what we're going to put in to our shot plots here. That's offered right through NorthWoods Whitetails. That's what we're going to put down here on the shot plots. So it's 3 bags of that, and then the HD screening. So heavy duty stuff, guys. You can see a little bit bigger seed. That's why we want to get a little bit more seed to soil, cover it up just a little bit, and it grows like corn, right? I mean, it grows just with that big clawfoot on there, and it's so tall that, you know, the more that we can go the extra mile. So this is our shot plots and our screen. So let's jump out and get these done. So the seeding for 2023, the summer seeding is done and completed. Everything is out on the plots, other than the lack of rye that we had. Everything went down really well. The blend looks superior. Looked into a bunch of the seeds on there, and they just look great. They're good, clean seed. NorthWoods Whitetails. Can't thank John enough for helping us with this venture here. And we're on to the next step, guys. The next step is actually putting on our foliar applications and our calcium and liquid lime. Now, I'm going to bring you into something, and I'm going to go into detail on this a little bit more on a different video. What we've done, guys, we've switched. I was using the other guy, let's say, right, for multiple years, and I had good luck with it, but I, like many folks, went overboard on, you know, what I had to use. Won't name any names, but you can, you know, the other large company, right? Nothing against them either, guys, because I think that they, you know, in the right application for the right person, it probably works really well. It wasn't until I started putting a lot of thought into this as far as what was going on with my plots and what each plot needed that led me to Brad Harper with Harper's Growing Solutions out of Michigan. Not only are they a good Michigan company, and I've known them for a long time, Brad and I sat down and he explained to me some things that I'll touch on in the other video that never really dawned on me, right? And looking forward to bringing that to you. Make a long story short, on the planting here, guys, the planting video, we're using the Plot Doctor. I'm going to turn you around here. So we've got a combination going on our plots of the Plot Doctor foliar, some calcium, and liquid lime. Probably already you can see the connection is they're all separate. It's not all in one jug. And why is that so important? We go the extra mile, guys. First and foremost, we go the extra mile to make sure that we do whatever we can do right to have successful plots. It starts with pulling soil samples. Why wouldn't you do what your soil sample asks you to do if you're going to take the time to pull the soil sample? If you're not going to, don't pull it at all, right? So that was one of the things that Brad and I actually really talked about, because I had some really spotty, not the whole plots, but real spotty stuff going on. And Brad was actually able to track that down, and luckily none of that really showed up in our working against us in our soil samples, right? No toxicities or high chemical rating or anything like that. But I think long term it could have, and I'm glad that I found it quick. And like I said, the biggest thing for me, guys, is, like I've always told you on the channel, you can have the greatest product in the world. If you don't have customer service that attaches to it, to me, you don't have a great product. And that's what has led me to the Plot Doctor and the reason that we're using it here, right? So looking forward to getting this out. We'll shoot some videos here, kind of learning. There is more of a learning curve, you know, but anything that is worth doing is worth taking time to do, right? So getting this in, we're headed out to the plots. Last step, guys, seeding, crimping. Now we're spraying our lime and calcium and finishing it off foliar.